Hi, everybody. Here we are, almost all of us. Oh my gosh. Uh, Hello. I'm so happy to be here. It has been a minute since we have played this game. As you can see, we are down Tyler, unless you would like to subscribe to the fiction that Tyler's art is Tyler, and then you are most welcome to do so. Yay, thank you, Chelsea. Oh my gosh. Hello,
Hype.
hello, welcome everybody. My name is Elise. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am the GM tonight for this game of Spire, as I am every time we actually play this game. Um, and this is my lovely crew of people, now affectionately called Spiralings in our Discord. So, Spiralings, let's introduce yourselves. Should we make Sam go first just because he's recently stuffed pizza
Yeah,
into his mouth? Okay, I won't do
definitely.
that. How about Rachel? You
Oh,
go
fuck.
first.
Uh, okay. Hi, I'm Rachel. Uh, and I play Alvy, and I'm real obsessed with bees. And we both use she, her, hers pronouns. And I'm looking forward to the recap just as much as everybody else because I don't remember what's happening. How about I go um around the world this way to Ava?
Hello, I'm
Ava.
Ava, she, her, hers. My character is Chu, the Queen of Excess, also she, her, hers. I also am looking forward to the recap, and it's really nice to be back with everybody. I missed all of you so much. I'm in a new apartment, in a new city, eating a new apple and Cheez-Its, so look forward to that on stream. Let's go down to Sam, who now looks like he's in the process of digesting those pizza bites.
Yes, thank you for sending the naming thing to me, Ava.
Oh, yeah,
Hi
you're welcome.
everyone.
No big deal.
Hi everyone. I'm Sam. I play Edix Shramuse. Both of us go by he, him, his pronouns, and I'm gonna send the naming that way to Sarah.
Me. I'm Sarah. I play Din. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Din's pronouns are she, her, hers. And we also both know what Din's voice sounds like, and it's gonna be just like it always was. Um, no interruptions.
Yep. I believe
Definitely
it.
just like that. Okay, well, I have push to talk on, so keep me honest if I forget that that's happening. Once again, I will never be fully used to. Okay, look, I found my notes that I wrote a long time ago of all the things we have to do at the beginning of a game. So, helpful goat content. Let's go down the list. I think tomorrow
It's a pride
is
game.
a pride game. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Probably GM'd by Chris because
Yes.
Chris is GMing so many of our Pride games. Thank you, Chris. You're amazing. Anybody here playing in that one? Okay. Well, I know I'm playing in the one on the following Friday, and I think Sam
Woo! Yep,
is too.
with me.
So I'm super excited about
I
that.
think it's like Chelsea, Lena, Nix, Joel.
Adam.
This is
Sure.
just memory. I
Everybody,
have
let's just name every queer person in Helpful Goat
no.
and
I think that's his
scattershot, grab a
nickname.
few.
God
Some
damn it.
Monty is next week or the
Monty's playing
next
next
game.
week. That's
Okay,
cool.
it is on the announcements at least. It's listed as Chelsea, Lena, Joel, Adam, Nix, and Monty. So I
Oh,
had
you
all
were
of them
for
but
next week.
Monty.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, I was thinking of the one that we were playing in. Um, yes, Chelsea, it's the 26th for sure. I know the date of the game that I'm playing in.
Yep, that's Saturday, the
Yep,
26th.
Saturday the 26th. So you can join us for that game too if you want, right here on this channel at a time that I definitely know because that's the game I'm playing in. Um, and next week, maybe I don't know what our programming will be next week. Probably we'll play Spire at 6:30 Mountain Time. Maybe Goats of Saltmarsh will happen on Wednesdays, but we're not sure. Um, maybe Tier Moontree Isle will be happening on Friday at 7 Mountain Time, which would be amazing because I can't wait to jump back into that. So you can hang out with us on the Discord too by using !Discord in the chat. And you can also use another one of our great commands, !Donate. And this month we are highlighting the Trevor Project because it's Pride Month and the Trevor Project does great things for youth who are LGBTQ. And we as always, we use the !Donate command to highlight a cause that is near and dear to our hearts. And we would love for you all to find out more about the Trevor Project. And if you are so moved and have funds to do so, to donate if you can in support of that amazing.
Just one quick thing on that note. Super big thank you to everyone who tuned in last Saturday for my Drunken Nuzlocke adventures. We raised over $500 for the Trevor Project during the course of that game.
Damn!
So that's fucking incredible. Y'all are amazing. Thank you all for your support and helping me get through platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Congratulations. That's amazing. Yeah, we had a lot of birthdays since the last time we played. At least 2. So Sam and Rachel, happy birthday since the
Both
last time we
Sam and
played.
I are older now.
Mm-hmm.
None of the rest of us have aged.
No, just Sam and I.
13 years old here.
Yeah. The next thing on my list is Chelsea's poem. Who would like to read Chelsea's poem today?
Read it in a long time. I could read. Or Ava could read.
Me.
All right,
Do it.
Okay.
go.
Some twisted time fuckery and the deeper story is growing. The talent of this group is forever mind-blowing. The mysteries of this world continue to amaze, and each session you play, the Candlelight Killers slayed that performance in every single way. Big excite for all the chaos and everything you're about to do. Welcome back. Much love, Spire crew. I can see and hear you.
Yay! As
Beautiful.
I miss
always,
those so much.
just a wonderful way to kick off our stream. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
You know what vibes they give me? Like Shel, what's his name? Shel Silverstein or something like that?
That's
Yeah,
definitely
like
his
those
name.
poem books.
Mm-hmm.
My dad used to read them to me when I was a kid. It's that
Yep.
vibe.
Where the sidewalk ends and the missing piece.
I always liked his competitor, whose name I can't remember because he wasn't as popular.
Oh, fucking hipster child.
Amazing. Yeah, this stream's sponsored by Shel Silverstein and apples.
And good pops, popsicles, and Cheez-Its.
So many
Different brand of popsicle.
California
We're
pizza
crushing it.
chicken.
No, it can't be sponsored by everything.
Yes, it's all
Or
sponsored by
it
this
can
food.
By
be.
Canada Dry.
Oh
We're
my
the
God.
snack pack. This is a sponsored segment within a D&D podcast.
Sponsored
Hello.
glass eyes.
Welcome. Call now before our supplies run low. Sorry, go ahead, Elise.
Just checking if there was any other sponsorships. Okay.
We're just excited to be here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeti mugs. They're great.
Hamilton
they
the
keep things
musical.
hot and cold.
There.
I just read Milt.
Milt.
Yeah, just said Milt.
Our actual sponsor tonight is Milt.
Milt. Milt
We've
is such a
gotten-
nice old Jewish man down from the community center.
I thought it was like
Milt Scheinberger. We really appreciate it. L'chaim.
Matt, we all know you're not sponsoring this stream. Come on. I'm just kidding. Actually, anyone who's subscribed in a way you are sponsoring.
Wow,
this
the
stream.
one thing now you're just like, Matt, no. Everything else is true, but not Matt.
Not that.
It has nothing
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
with this stream.
All right. So now that we've cleared that misunderstanding up, let's see here. We've done our intros. I think we're ready to do a recap, which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure nobody knows what's going on, and Tyler's not here. So anybody? Oh, Sarah, Keeper of Lore. What happened? I know
Sam
more or
thinks
less
so too.
what happened. Oh yes, and Sam, Keeper of Lore. What's going on?
So you had a better overall view, so I'm just going to read the one that you wrote first, and then I'm going to read my very more specific notes that like aren't as important probably, but that I decided to write down. So we're in Heart. Saren took us there. Saren is someone who knows us, but we don't know them. They are possibly a time traveler. They have a very kooky way about them. Um, there are train cultists who worship the Vermison, I think is how we used to say that. The Vermison train stations, and these cultists were pursuing Saren. They worship the train stations. So he averted that crisis by Anders becoming Waxy, who genuinely thinks that he's the candle
Oh, right,
keep
because I brought up
killer.
a weird fact about the Candlekeep Station and how
Yes.
there's a killer. I should open up my Spire facts. Sorry, I got really
Mhm.
excited.
Um, so Anders becomes Waxy, the Candlekeep killer, and convinces the cultists to go after Callisto Brox. So that's I did forget about that. That was great. Sarah needs our help with logic puzzles, and in return is offering answers to questions. There are rules to the questions written in Alvy's handwriting in Saren's journal, and Waxy just successfully rebuffed the cultists who were trying to hunt and kill Saren. The rules I do have written down for the questions. It says ask simple questions. Short answers are better. Shorter answers equal more questions. Don't ask how it works.
Don't ask how it works. I also wrote that. So jumping off of that, a couple notes of things that happened at the start. Upon meeting Saren, I was the first person to meet Saren. Due to a very lucky roll, um, I uh, I was going to take
Child.
the beautiful suit of rusty armor that I got back to my place. And there's a chance that I could have just avoided Saren altogether, but I rolled the right number, ended up right at the kind of atrium in the Vermisian, which is where Saren was waiting. And we got to chatting, uh, along with having a very kooky personality. She also is very dusty. She leaves dusty footprints, has just like a what's it called? Who's the person from the Peanuts?
Pigpen.
Pig pen. Yeah,
Mm.
just always dusty everywhere. But the dust has magical powers and was able to like heal and protect us and stuff. So that's super cool. Um, Furthermore, there was a cat, Khaat, who emerged from the Vermisian and guided people to Saren and is still hanging out with us, I believe. Um, uh,
Do we
Saren
remember what the
told me
cat's name
that
was? It got a really weird name, and I
Billy. No,
no,
I don't know.
it
It
was
was something
definitely
weird
like
where it was like a name,
yes, and then
name
another
like
name.
hyphenated. Oh, somebody needs to go back and look for that.
I had
You
written
read?
down
Isn't
that
that a
I was
song,
going to be
Abe?
making a leather leash for Alvy, but I don't remember why I was making a leather
Oh,
leash for
I have
Alvy.
a weird thing.
Because
Wait,
Avi
let me
has it
open
a
it
rat
up. Let
that
me
eat.
open up my. I'll get there.
Okay.
Oh,
I
right.
have
That's
a
why I
rat
wanted to make the leather
that eats
leash.
curses named Sven, and I wanted a little leash to carry him around with me
Yes,
to
and
go
so
along with my goat with hands, Lola.
I was going to offer I know that I hadn't actually said why, but I was going to offer to make you one that like extends and it's kind of like
Ooh,
one of those
fancy.
retractable leashes for dogs. Uh there's no reason why I would know how to make that. No, not one whatsoever. But
Ah,
uh I
uh-huh.
also had written down that the that there's been eidolons that are blowing up in the heart or something. I wrote eidolons blow up something. I
This is
can't
why
read my
you were not
handwriting anymore
permitted to
because
bring Byron's pendant with you
okay.
because they will
And
like
so
there
that's
is the
why we
potential
returned
for
it.
it to blow up in if where you were going.
So that's why we all ended up going back to Edic's place and well, not everyone. Some people I sent on a bit of a endless hunt to try to find my place. But only Chew and Saren actually stepped foot inside. Um, And that was all the notes I had, because we were about to keep heading down, I guess.
I did also get, not only did I get a rat that eats curses that I named Sven, I also have the husk of a goat that
Yes.
gets rid of ghosts, and her name is Aurelia.
I look at it a lot. The corner of my eye.
And I don't think have we gone home yet? I don't think so. So like I think I still have all of these things.
Yeah, you
Or did I
no,
drop it off at
you dropped it
home?
off at the
Okay. I
because
didn't
you
drop off
everyone
Aurelia at the lab, I thought, because I don't want to get rid of my ghost in there,
right.
Dissa.
Well, okay, but it was like because we had to go back to Edix anyway, you were in the area of Perch, and so people were
Yeah.
able to do things like drop off equipment and things like that. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
So,
one thing, I left the suit of armor with Byron so that he could, you know, work on it. So that's happening while we're away.
else from that was all just last session. We did no touching of the larger plot of Spire, which it has been a long minute.
Serial killers and
There's a
hearts and
serial killer,
drugs.
there's drugs, there's a murder mystery afoot.
And we're all heading into the heart for some reason.
You're
Or we're
following
already in the
Saren.
heart, but we're going deeper.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, like, you have gone pretty deep into the heart. You were cut off on the way to Saren's kind of haven in the heart, where the train cultists, they have a different name, but I've forgotten it offhand now, were hunting Saren because they believe that spilling the blood of a Vermisian, someone who has spent time with the Vermisian, would be is beneficial to their cult activities. And Theron, as you all know, used to be or still is, it is unclear, a Vermisian sage. So they have been hunting Saren for quite some time, and Saren wanted to kind of just either flee or have a stand, and that's when Anders stepped in, became Waxy, who eventually became convinced that he is the Candlekeep killer. And Waxy has just finished handling um, the cultists, and that's where we left off. Was Waxy finding his way back to the rest of the group. So, with that, let's go ahead and do a stress check, and then Rachel and Sam, you will need to pick your ability for the week for your thing. So we can't do a stress check on Anders, but I have him at 2, so we'll just assume that's correct in case Waxy takes more stress. Alvi.
Hard about this. So I had fix to heal last time. Because I had to heal the shopkeep
Oh, I'm
Chew.
doing a stress check right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, well, fuck. I'm paying attention really
Yeah,
well and not looking at poetry books.
I
My
can
stress is
tell.
1,
One?
and
Okay.
and
I'm
it's
missing
just
my
silver.
pencil, and it's going to bother me. I think it's in
Oh
my.
wow, look how unprepared you are,
Oh
Elise.
my
Unlike
god.
me, I'm so
Ins
It's in
Kristoff.
Mittens Kristoff. Thank you, Rachel. Or not Rachel, Chelsea.
Elsie.
Not.
oh, it's like
um,
I knew that
amazing,
it was
Mittens
some
Kristoff.
kind of like it was a cat
I
name
need to write
and a
that
person
down.
name. Yeah, I think I said Kristoff and somebody said Mittens, and that we made it Mittens Kristoff.
Anyone who might
Okay.
be new in the audience. This all checks out.
All right,
Yeah, this is
Alvi.
fairly standard.
And Alvi, I have the note that there is fallout from Silver Stress that we still need to resolve, so that's
Yes.
great.
So that
I do
was
remember.
because I'll need to
You have to do
re-earn
labor
silver.
to, yeah, earn
Yeah.
the silver back. Okay, Din, how much stress you got?
2.
2? 4, yes. Okay, 2 to blood, correct? And the other 2 are. Okay, Edic.
1 to mind.
Okay, and now, Sam and Rachel, what will your session ability be?
Oh, I should have been thinking about this since the last time. I almost thought that's what you were asking me. What are you thinking, Sam?
I'm thinking investigate because I took sneak last time, and I feel like this is all gonna be about learning stuff today. So maybe but like what specifically with investigate is the hard thing. Um
Solving riddles,
Oh yeah, for solving logic puzzles.
or you could take maybe resist to resist like weird shit in the heart. It's another one that I thought might be a good one.
I like both of those. Uh let's do investigate, and then if I can like kind of just make it a little bit general, things involving like me needing to use logic. Or do you want something more specific than
No,
that?
that's sufficient. Okay, so your
Okay.
knack is in kind of like logical deduction
Yeah.
through investigation. Okay, Rachel.
Oh, maybe. Do I get the feeling that after like running into these cultists and things, that we need to be sneaky down here, or is that like a standalone thing?
Um, I think that uh, you are under the impression from what Saren has told you that you are near Saren's Haven. On the other hand, Alvi would be extremely weirded out by being in the heart, especially given the deep apiary's kind of anti-heart stance.
Yeah.
And the heart in general is a hostile, unhappy place to be.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'll take sneak to be able to hide from hostile things.
Okay. Uh, well, then should we play? I think that catches us up to where we're ready to get into
What?
things. So Waxy has rejoined the group and explained. I'm not going to in Waxy's voice because I could never do Tyler's characters justice. But Waxy will say has rejoined the group, explained what's happened, and just seems a little shaken up, a little distant, but otherwise there and kind of sticks to the back of the group, and is a bit jumpy. You might notice, but is otherwise, yeah, what's up? Are you raising your
Um,
hands?
I was just yeah, yeah, I was raising my hand because I was gonna wait for you to finish, but then you cut yourself off.
Because you
So
rose your
I'm like,
you
well,
raised your hand.
Teacher, teacher instincts.
I never expect my teachers to cut themselves off when I'm like raising my hand. It's
Well,
fine. Anyway, what I was gonna say was like I know that Tyler also has something that he has to do at the start when he joins, so let's just make sure we remember to do that.
No, that was Rauka. So Rauka had a
uh,
rolling
I
thing.
also thought that Anders had
I think
something
it's for
to
something
start.
when he wakes up or something like that, or like after a day has passed.
No,
Really?
Waxy. Anders is
Oh,
stuck as Waxy today until he sleeps, or the next sunrise or something like that, due to the nature of the way that he adopted this um, cover that he is currently inhabiting.
persona.
But there was at the beginning of the campaign for Rauka something that every sleep
Okay.
cycle Rauka had to do, but that is no longer the case
We're just
because
missing Rauka. That's what's
Rauka
happening.
is not. Yeah, we're just all a little sad to be missing our friend
Rauka's hanging
Rauka.
out with the ghosts in my lab.
Yes.
Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Well, sorry for that unnecessary aside.
That's okay. Okay, so Saren will like kind of test uh the the air once more, and hearing no more chanting of these cultists in the distance. They will kind of clear their throat, look you all over and say like, all right, well, shall we? And they'll kind of nod first at Alvi, kind of a grateful nod over to Waxy, and then begin leading you all once again through the heart. And it isn't too much longer that they lead you to kind of you may recall many moons ago for you the players, but about 3 minutes ago for you the characters, that the heart is this kind of very strange environment where you seem to be in these corridors that are constantly changing. Sometimes you look behind you and you see something entirely different than you saw when you were walking through there. There was an instance of, beasts kind of sweeping through, and then the heart itself opened up and ate some of them, after somebody was like, this doesn't seem too weird, or some sort of, hapless comment like that was then immediately followed by like, yes, and then, the walls of the caves literally eat like harpies that are coming to try and destroy you, kind of thing. And there's also these kind of like landmarks or places along the way that are more stable or permanent. And the rest of the heart seems to be this very unstable, unreal environment that is constantly shifting, changing. And so, what you are seeing is an expert guide kind of getting you from waypoint to waypoint through the heart quite quickly, because Theron is quite adept at navigating it. And you, as they kind of lead you ahead, you are brought now to a more permanent place. And also remember, like, permanent fixtures in the heart are quite enviable. People fight over territory, um, and like this, and that's one of the many reasons why Saren is very cagey about a lot of these things. And in fact, now they kind of like take a look around, and they kind of lean down, and like you can't see what they're doing. They very purposely like block using their kind of
I'm
wide, stout body.
definitely trying to, though.
Yeah, and
I'm
they
definitely gonna be like, "What are you doing? Is this like a special code that you
God,
need to do
I
in order to get in
just
there?" Or...
and they kind of like literally like physically just kind of push you back. I'm like, I
Oh,
can't.
oh, okay.
How many times, Alvy? How many
This is the
times?
first. This is the first. Remember,
No,
this is the
it's not.
first.
I
Oh,
imagine it's the first of many.
oh. And they kind of like give you like a couple little glares like all over their shoulders until all of you like take a step back, and then they hunch down and they keep fiddling. And you hear them kind of mutter and curse a bit until finally the door kind of swings open. They're like, ah, got it. All right, it's never the same two times, you know. And then they're like, come on, and they usher you into.
Seems
Um,
like poor lock design. Maybe we should talk about how you
you're
actually
talking about logical things again, and I just need you to remember that that's not how anything. This is why you're here, because I need you to do the
everything is
logical
logical
thing.
always. I mean, it's
No, but that's okay.
there's there's logic to everything.
Oh, Alvy.
I have a
No.
question about the heart.
Yeah.
Would you say that there are people in the heart
Yes.
nearby?
Not especially. Saren has led you to a place that is kind of a personal haven of theirs.
Are there places in the heart that have a lot of people, like normally? Like, did we pass by a
Yes, there
few?
are like some markets and some like kind of things like that that exist more stable than other places in the heart.
So I could, in theory, throw a party in the heart using my
Um,
ability if it
in
came
if
up.
necessary.
theory, maybe it depends on where you are, and I think here it would be a stretch because this is a place that is intentionally very difficult to get
Secluded,
to and
yeah.
secluded.
That just means it's exclusive.
I think it would mean that nobody would come. As your
It's the
GM,
same
I would like you
thing.
to know that nobody would come if you tried to throw a party in here.
We're all VIP.
Yeah, and assuming all of you step through the door.
I do. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, so you enter into this area of the heart. It is kind of a building of sorts. It's hard to describe. You would say that in some ways more than the corridors outside, the building material here looks non-organic, which is nice because, or should I say non-living, I guess. Organic is tough because wood technically is, but the corridors of the heart that you have walked through have that kind of weird squelchy feeling of like maybe this is flesh. And this
it's like
room
non-sentient. Is that what you mean?
nonsense. Well,
All right, fair, fair.
and but when you come into this room, like you can't say like, oh, this is wood, this is metal, like you would elsewhere in Spire, but you feel less like you are in an organism and more like you are in a place if that makes sense. And you kind of step into it. There are some things that seem to be more or less permanent. And all of you, as residents of Perch, are quite used to the impermanence of stuff. And so it doesn't like feel, I think, too strange to you to kind of feel like you look around and you see like desks and tables and papers and things, but there's a very distinct air of impermanence to things around here. And I would say just among Spire folk, Perch residents might be the most used to such a feeling of impermanence. And yeah, you enter and Saren kind of looks around, and they're like, all right, now, and they close the door, and kind of like pat it. And as they pat it, you hear like locking mechanisms engage, and they're like, I never know if that's going to work. And they just keep going. And they're digging through papers and they're like, there's somewhere in here, just give me a minute. And they start, kind of rifling through things. And they're like, now I swear this was here 3 years ago. And they throw it over their shoulder and it just breaks. They're like, I was looking for it for a long time. Doesn't matter now. And like keep hunting until they come across a little wooden box. And it's probably about, I don't know, 6, 7 inches long, 4 inches wide, and maybe 3 inches deep. And on top of it are kind of square holes carved out of them. And they slide this over towards the group of you, just kind of shoving things out of their way on the table. They're like, this is the damn logic puzzle. I can't even look at it. And they shove it at you. And they're kind of
Look at it immediately.
yes. Oftentimes, Saren's default is to mostly talk to Alvi because of what Saren has said is their relationship, which, as you all know, Alvi feels like they have never met before. And um, Saren is like, now, literally, it makes my head hurt to look at this thing. So, and they just shove a stack of notes at you. Um, so the first, like you kind of rifle through the notes. And I'm gonna go ahead and put us on roll 20.
Ooh.
Moink.
Okay. Are you all there? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So you are, as you kind of rifle through the notes, you see there are 3 pages and they are numbered chronologically 1, 2, 3. And they are puzzles. And next to the notes or in a bag kind of attached to the bottom of these pages are these little square cubes. I suppose cubes must be square. These cubes, colored, as you can see. And I've set up the first puzzle for you because it would, why not? But I will reveal to you all the puzzle if you give me a minute. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the puzzle, like it has like a starting formation where certain cubes are already in place, and you easily slot those into place. But of these empty 4 spots, you are supposed to deduce where the remaining colors. And you see, Saren is giving you like kind of. They're trying not to watch, but they're definitely like curious to know like how it's going already. But if let you
So, oh, should I read a thing at them out loud, or should we?
Yeah, y'all can do it however you want. Alvi has been, kind of given this, but I would say Alvi is placing the cubes in, so the rest of you would be more than welcome to kind
Okay.
of lean over and look. We'll say Waxy kind of has no interest, too wrapped up in
Yeah.
thinking
Hey, don't.
about.
Okay, don't just solve it beforehand. I. Hmm. We should solve it together or something. Because yes, white does go there. You are correct. But
Just gonna start.
I really like puzzles, and so I'm gonna be sad if I can't like also get an attempt at solving part of this puzzle. You know.
Okay.
So it says brown nose, orange, cobalt, and one other. Black and brown have heard of each other, but don't know each other. So have heard of each other feels like it's in the stacked uh vertically to me then.
Column.
Teal knows coral, purple and one other. Teal can see orange and white but doesn't know them. The only color teal can both see and knows is purple. Okay, yeah. So seeing has to be in the rows, and knowing is touching. That's a
I
weird way
think
to put that.
emerald goes right next to coral.
Well, I haven't finished reading the
Oh,
clues yet to people. Everybody just wants to solve this on their own. It's fine. Cobalt knows white and can see mustard. Coral has never heard of mint but knows emerald. Yeah, so emerald definitely needs to go here, right? Is that what you were saying?
yes.
Yeah. I would agree if people also agree. Um what
And
is it? Cobalt knows white and can see mustard. So we already know that. Coral has never heard of mint. So mint should go here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then mustard should go here.
Yeah. Do we see cobalt knows white and can see mustard? Okay, yeah, they're in
Yeah.
the same row. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So as you click the last cube, the mustard cube, into place, you see
mustard cube.
the entire box kind of like shakes a little and glows, and you hear one side of the box kind of click and unlock. And you hear Sarah next to you go like, "Oh my God, you did it so fast! I can't even. I just gave me a migraine looking at it." And you shuffle to the second puzzle.
What do we know about where like these puzzles came from? Did Saren say anything about that?
Yeah, so Saren did say something about that a long time ago. Everybody's probably just gonna sit here and read this for a minute though, huh? Should I wait to answer your question, or are you all gonna listen if
Does
I...
this mean that we need to reset everything?
You do need to reset everything, but if everybody will just drag a few off, I will reset. It will be a very easy reset.
Well, I could only touch some of them. That's
Me
weird.
too.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
ones that you already had
I
there
wonder
are
if
not
that...
set for us to
Okay, all right,
move.
hang on. Okay,
The
don't touch
puzzle's
coral.
broken.
Coral belongs where it belongs.
We can't,
I
I
know,
think.
but I'm saying
Oh,
once I unlock it, please leave it there.
oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go through and do this. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You had which ones? You had... Can you move the ones you can move up to the top so I don't redo them?
Getting stressed.
That's everything's already up to the top.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, you should be able to move black and orange now.
I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah. Oh. I
We
thought you were
You should be
playing.
able to move
We can also
cobalt.
move cobalt. Yep.
Puzzle 1. Goodbye.
Purple should be available too.
Purple is movable.
Brown should be movable. Teal should be
And
movable.
teal.
Okay. And I made coral
Coral
movable.
is still not, okay, now it is. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so leave coral where it is. Yes. So if you want to listen before you read, because I know you'll all be tempted to read, but Saren did tell you that this logic puzzle, she has a rival who is a person who knows that she cannot do logic, and has left her this as kind of a asshole move of, if you want to get to the inside of the box, which has something that apparently Saren needs or wants, then Saren is going to have to do logic. And her solution was to come to Alvi to get Alvi to do the logic for them. And I will put the clues for this one in chat again in case people want to read along. But here you go. Go ahead and read them or do whatever.
Is coral the only one in its place, or
Correct. Coral's the only one that
really
has a spot.
everything else just has its own? We have to figure it out.
That's how
Okay.
it looks.
Oh, are we going to read first before we just start talking? We could do that. That's what we did last time.
Should I read it?
Oh, I can read it out loud again, unless you want to read it. I was just reading it. I'm sorry.
I'll read it.
Do it.
I can't read and also think. I know that doesn't make sense, but
No,
I'm not going to be
understand.
solving it. I'm just going to be reading.
Would
Okay.
it be helpful if like based on this first one, like maybe we can just kind of group the colors together that are known.
Oh,
So
well,
like you can go.
I think that she just wanted to read it first, and then we could work
Yeah.
on the actual solving part.
Okay.
Yeah, when you take tests, you're supposed to read the whole question and then go back and then choose the answer.
I do specific quizzes training children to do this. So
Mustard knows magenta, mint, cobalt, and one other color. Purple has heard of but doesn't know coral, who has heard of and knows emerald, who can see both mustard and white but doesn't know either. Coral can see but doesn't know mint, who knows but has never heard of black, who can see but doesn't know orange. Brown has heard of black and knows cobalt.
So the
oh,
rule
has
that
oh,
we
sorry.
figured
Yeah,
out last time was like what knowing is
next to like directly adjacent,
and
and then
seeing
heard
is.
Yeah.
of was columns and seen was rows, I believe. So I would think that emerald would be
How do
here.
you know but not so know is directly adjacent in any direction, right?
Yes.
So you can know someone but not see them, and you can know someone but not hear them?
Right. So my
If you're
Yes.
thought
saying
was
this out
here.
loud, Saren's like, I fucking know. I don't get it
So
either.
purple has heard of but doesn't know coral, who has heard of and knows emerald. So emerald would be next to coral and also in the column with it,
Yeah.
based on the second thing. Who can see both mustard and white. So that means that mustard and white, I'm just moving, I'll move them back. Mustard and white
Yeah.
are either here, or, just
Mhm.
flipped. I just don't know which
Mustard
yet.
knows magenta, uh,
Oh, purple's
mint,
here.
and cobalt.
Because purple has heard of coral but doesn't know them, and this is the only option
Yes.
left for heard of. So we finished
Brown is
that. Okay.
all right.
While this is going on, Chu is just gonna be like looking around and being like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good stuff.
Rachel
And
also, like Alvy, fucking loves logic puzzles. So Rachel's just like, oh shit, let's solve these.
Saren
It
keeps
is
a close
primarily
eye on Chew, and like anytime Chew tries to touch something, just like there to like smack her hand and be like, nope.
damn it.
So herd is row or herd is column? Sorry.
Third is
column.
column.
Herd is column. Okay. So brown and black are in the same column, but where brown has heard of black and knows cobalt. So these are directly adjacent, and then black is somewhere in the same column.
My lovely writing. I was writing this and didn't hear whatever logic you just gave, Sam. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just group so brown and cobalt know each other. Brown and black are in the same column. Do we know anything else of black? Coral can see but doesn't know mint. Uh, wait. If coral can see but doesn't know mint, then one of these three is wrong.
What do you mean? No. C uh
It's
did
Rows.
I do it?
column.
No, C's
Uh,
is rows.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry.
to read your
I wrote it in a
notation,
way
yeah.
that made sense to me, but then I
Oh, yeah,
realized that it wasn't the correct way to actually annotate it.
that's fine. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna.
that was my bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's cool. All right.
Full
Coral can see
systems.
but doesn't know mint. So mint has to be either here or here. Um. Who knows but has never heard of black. So that means black needs to be either here or here.
You like my
Uh,
bird?
Brown has heard of black, which is C is a row. Here is bird is caw.
No, C equals row. It's a crow. That's
Oh,
the whole
so
puzzle. We solved it.
I think you're right in that it's this. So coral can see but doesn't know mint. So we know it's either here or here.
Yeah.
But then mint has never heard of
Uh,
black but can see it. So who can see but doesn't know orange. So it either needs to be this or what? No.
Uh,
That's not what I meant to do. Oh no.
rotate.
Ah!
Coral
I
can see but
accidentally
doesn't know
flipped
mint.
it.
So
He's
so
seen this or
Dexterity.
so mint
Black and
knows but
orange
has
are
never heard of
interchangeable.
black, right?
Is that what it
And
says?
then
Oh, yeah.
black can see but doesn't know orange.
Oh, so orange needs to be one of these. Is this seen or no? This is heard of. Fuck. Now I'm getting confused.
Heard is
See is the
columns,
row,
seen is
heard
rows.
is the column.
And what is
Knowing is
touch
uh,
or taste?
Theron
these
is
are
watching
touching.
Chew do the drawings and is just like, oh, I think I get it.
Yeah.
So like emerald is
Um,
touching coral purple and this blank space. It's touching.
So does this look right to you then? Possibly.
Brown has heard of black and knows cobalt.
Okay. So then,
Uh,
if that's the case, mustard knows mint, cobalt, magenta, and one other color.
so magenta is either going to be here or here.
Yeah.
Wow, what cool.
Purple is heard of but doesn't know coral. It doesn't help us anymore. Coral can see but doesn't know mint. Brown is heard of black and knows cobalt. So then it's just where does white and magenta
Is there any?
and
There's nothing about teal here at all.
there isn't.
That has to be the last one.
Okay, so where's what things has is white?
So mustard knows magenta.
Emerald can see both mustard and white.
Okay,
So
so
white
then
has
white
to go
needs be
here.
which
Yeah.
means magenta's here, which means
And
teal is in the
teal's
corner.
there. Yeah.
Eh?
Oh, this is interesting. Let me check.
The puzzle
Oh
explodes.
no, did we not get it right?
If it's not right, then it's one of, I don't know if that.
Then
if
we
you
might
can
need to like switch black and orange.
Okay, but here's
and
the
then mirror
thing
the
is
other
that technically these puzzles can have more than one solution. So you didn't get
Right.
the solution that's on the page, but that doesn't mean your solution is wrong.
thing.
And
Okay.
so I need to like go through the clues and see if if you have something that doesn't work with one of the clues. So here we go. We're just gonna sit here. Mustard knows magenta.
mint and cobalt.
We're making the
And
DM
one other.
solve her own
I know it's so
puzzle.
funny because I was
We
like, oh
solved
man,
the
yeah,
puzzle.
you stuck something in just like one spot.
Okay, but also Elise, can you send me these puzzles for my kid D&D group because they love this kind of shit.
Yes, and not only can I send it to you, I can give you the actual box because I have the box with the cubes and the things. So if you ever play in person, you can actually do it with the things.
Fun.
Okay.
Oh
Purple
shit,
has
Bingus
heard
coin. I'm
of,
in for it.
doesn't know curl.
Yes.
Who can see mustard and white, but doesn't know either because cobalt's right there.
Damn you, Cobalt.
I think it does work. Which is very interesting. So this is the first time that I have ever seen the puzzle solved different from how but when y'all were like deliberating on where black and orange went,
Mhm.
you transpose them.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, black and
Yeah.
orange are either in those spots or in these spots. That was like that was my logic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Black
I
and
see
orange
no
are either.
problems. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll say for the sake of time and not boring everybody to tears that this will function. And yeah, so the same thing happens. You get the same kind of like little shake and click, and the second lock disengages on the box, and you can clear off the board real quick.
If
This
you
is
delete my little baby
simple
bird, I will
as
cry.
We would
as
never.
pie.
Oh, magpie. I can try that next.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna set it up, and then y'all can.
Scroll down and saw that it says caw.
Yeah, because it's a
Beautiful.
crow.
Reminds me of our 007 Raven in a finner.
Oh.
Kill.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I love
Humans
that
have
thing.
a lot of things. Okay.
Oh, who put those back? Oh wait, are they supposed to be back?
So Elise did.
I
Okay.
did. It was me.
Okay.
I was reading the chat.
Sam, do you want to read the puzzle?
Sure. Coral knows black, emerald. should I do it in voice? No, I'm not going to do that. Coral knows black,
Oral.
emerald, and purple. White
Coral.
knows mustard and brown. Orange knows mint. Cobalt knows white, teal, emerald, and mint. Mint knows cobalt, magenta, and brown. Mustard can see teal and black. One and only one of the clues above is wrong.
You. Goddamn son of a bitch. Also, brown is hugging a line.
Yeah.
That's part of the puzzle.
Okay,
Okay.
so I guess
What
if
is
let's just
hugging?
go off of these being correct for a moment. If we have mint knows cobalt, magenta, and brown, it would be here. If that's correct, right?
If mustard can see teal and black, then they have to be like here and here, or here, oops, and here.
Yeah, but there's also one more fuck. One more fuck.
One more fuck.
Mint
But
knows.
see, then there's one thing here that says orange nose mint. So either 3 or 5 is the wrong one.
So can we focus on 4, 2, and
yeah, I'm
1?
just saying, like, those are the contradictory ones.
Yeah,
that I found.
yeah. Let's focus on the ones we know have to be correct then.
Okay,
All
so
right.
coral nose black. Oh, so then black would have to be here. If you were
Okay.
saying it was either here or here, right?
Yeah,
Black would
and
have
then
to
that
be
means
this.
teal has to be there. Okay.
And then white knows mustard and brown. So then white's
push it
here.
there.
Oh, sorry. I think we both moved it at the same time.
Yeah.
Mustard can see teal and black. We got that. Okay, so then it doesn't tell us anything about emerald or purple. No, it does. Cobalt knows white, teal, emerald, and mint. So emerald's here.
And
purple's
purple's
here.
there.
So then the lying is 3. You son of a bitch.
As Alfie complains about
Sorry
did you
if I
bake me
took
into a
over puzzle solving
pie,
too much. I just
Ava?
get really excited.
I made a
about puzzles.
magpie.
Magpie.
And then I made it a nun because of your Discord tag, which is magpiety.
It is. Yes, the box shakes again, and the third and final of the locks unclips, and you have solved the magic box puzzle. Yay!
I always wanted to hear that.
Congratulations, well done. As you finish this this puzzle, and you hear the last of the locks undo themselves, Saren is there and quickly snatches up Saren's wheat dash. Quickly snatches the box from the table, and kind of opens it and peeks inside and then slams it shut again and is just like, oh, finally. Hopefully this doesn't disappear for the next 3 years, and like walks it over to a table, sets it down, and it's like, all right, on to the next set of business. And they sit down at the table, and you see Waxy kind of join, and they clear off Chu's drawings and everything else, and they pull out
No.
a crystal ball and they set it on the table. And you see that in the center of the table is this kind of divot, where the crystal ball sits quite nicely. And they look between all of you, and they kind of crack their knuckles and like they stretch their neck out a little, and they look from one to the next. They're like, so seems to me y'all need some information. I can get you some information. What do you want to know?
Give us like 2 minutes to converse amongst ourselves. Have this drawing of you that I made.
I just want to start asking questions, but I hold back.
No.
I just want to start like.
Simple questions. Short
might be a
answers are
great
better.
time
Shorter answers equal more
How
questions.
did we meet?
to
How do we
do a
know each
little
other? What's
bit
our relationship like?
of a
Like I said,
recap
have you
of the
built it
overall
yourself, or-
plot, like, because
Yeah.
y'all, this was intended to be a spot for you to maybe chip away at some of the mysteries that you've been trying to solve. So, do we want to take a minute to recap what you guys know, big picture, about what's happening, Spire, that you're trying
Oh
to
my
solve?
god, yes.
Biggest picture question: what song was our shopping montage set to?
Oh,
Mm.
vacation.
Good.
Vacation, no, I ever wanted. That one?
Got to get away. Yes.
Okay.
I actually have, this whole thing.
Well, it all
Is
started.
Elise gonna recap for us, or are we recapping?
We're asking Saren to recap.
No.
You get to simple questions are good. Sarah, can you recap? Well, I mean,
All right, so it started in Perch. We started noticing strange things, a lot of drugs showing up on the streets, and some mysterious deaths that we attribute to a serial killer. The drug was called
Sulfur.
Sandman, sulfur.
sulfur. There is
Man is a thing in it.
Lukash, our magister, who gave us the to-do list, and then they became a target of the Swan, who we now know is Callisto Brox.
We also went up to New something and
New Heaven.
found out he was fussing around with organs.
And,
And also my
we
manager died.
we know that there's now a fancy smancy new opening in Callisto's immediate retinue for someone that has the ability to get access to the tools that the morticians are using.
Oh, right, because
Right.
Chu killed what's his butt.
Yeah.
Yes. Knowles are involved as like minions who move
Yes.
things for whoever is in charge.
There's demonic activity is related to this. We know that there's someone who's really sick that's wanting to avoid a surgery that they would rather not have to get because apparently the results aren't as pretty as they would like.
Live
We
forever.
don't know who this person is yet, I don't think.
They're an Elfir, we're pretty sure.
They're an Elfir, yes. Old, I believe a lady Elfir. And
What if that ends up just being her name? Just Lady Elfir.
old lady out here.
Old Lady Elfir.
I think
Are
she
you
might have had a name.
Scooby-Doo? It was
yeah,
old Lady
I mean,
Elfir.
a simple question could be like, who is Callisto Brox's employer? Who's hiring him to do these very specific kills?
Jesus.
As we're trying to figure this out, I want to say that one of my notes in here from 2-4 was "fuck is the go word."
I have Elfir trying to help with undying surgeries. There's a sick
Fuck is the go
Elfir
word. That's right.
who said that the undying surgery is beneath their dignity, but I don't have their name listed.
Theon
Yeah, I
was
don't think we
providing
knew.
the tools. Theon is who Chu killed.
The
Yes.
mortician guy.
The
Yes.
mortician who
I
Chu
didn't
killed.
kill him. I accidentally broke him.
A life
You
way.
accidentally made
In a lot of ways.
him incur like 6 stress and he died.
I whispered a few words about how he was a dickhead in his ear and he couldn't take it, so he died. I guess.
What a loser.
Right.
Okay. So Chu had badmouthed Callisto, and that's why he killed manager. Or has
No.
revenge. That's the note that I have.
Is that true, Elise?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That sucks.
People who were killed, other people who were killed by Callisto were trying to stop the flow of sulfur into Perch. Also, we did have an alliance with like cops, basically. They're not called cops
Yeah.
because they were also trying to.
Well, there was the city guard and the vigilantes who are called the
I think
Bound.
it was the city guard.
You kind
Like, I
of
think
made
I
friends
had
with
a
both sides a
bond.
little thanks to Rauka at
Yeah.
the time. You have not checked in with either group since the very beginning, so I would. Oh, speaking of, now I've got to mess with cams. But first of all, Ava, can you make the robot stop being in the?
It is done.
Welcome. Welcome, Tyler. We missed you.
Welcome, Tyler. We cannot see nor hear you.
I have
Oh,
annihilated
oh
the
no.
robot at your request.
Hey, we
Now
can see
Tyler's.
Tyler.
You know what? It's a great time to go to break. Hey, Tyler. 'Cause
Vacation
now-
all
You are now playing Chew, Tyler. Now's your time to shine. Sing us
What
the most
happened to this
beautiful
camera?
song.
You're also muted, Tyler.
There we go.
Hi, it's been a really long time.
Oh, I think I did it.
Hello.
I think that's it.
Hello.
You're just in the right spot now. God
Ooh.
forbid we have to switch to the other camera, but welcome. We were just doing a quick so to catch you up on what happened so far. The crew did solve all of the logic puzzles that Saren
Oh,
had set
wow.
out. And Waxy just kind of sullenly stood in the corner and had an existential crisis about being a serial killer.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then now you have all gathered around the table as Saren set out her crystal ball and has invited you to ask questions per the rules, which I believe are simple questions are better, short answers are better. The more the better, like simpler, shorter answers buy you more questions. Don't ask how it works.
And we were reviewing the campaign because we
Yes,
forgot everything.
because the whole point of this back then, a month and a half ago, was for you all to have a chance to ask some questions about things that may have been confusing you or that you want some extra information on regarding the whole murder mystery drug smuggling situation happening in Perch and New Haven. And then we took like a month and a half hiatus, and questions are few and far between. So we were doing a quick series recap of what kinds of things might be on the characters' minds.
Sure.
So now you're caught up. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for hopping
Yeah.
on.
I'm glad I could. I'm glad I could join.
Mhm.
So far, the only question that I think simple and easy would be who is Callisto Brox's employer?
Do we have a cap on the amount of questions that we can?
I think
If-
it's
That's a good
implied by the rules that that we have like a certain limited number of like answer that we can like use up.
Do we know what that number is?
That's a good way of thinking about it. So it is kind of like if you think of don't think of you have a number of answers, but like you have a glass full of answer material, and the more that you dip into the answer material, the less that's left in the glass. So the more complicated an answer,
What's
the faster
answer
you
material made of?
water.
Oh.
Don't ask how it works.
Don't ask how it
With-
works.
Water
Damn
with
it.
trace amounts of LSD.
I already broke the rules.
Yes, the essence of true
Um,
flavor.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
It's funny
Yes.
because LSD was created as a truth serum, so that does work
Okay,
on
okay,
many
okay.
levels.
Stream is
Anyway,
I
also
think-
sponsored by LSD.
I think yeah, it is. It is. That's true. Snack Pack. That's the new name of the sponsored segment for all foods and drugs that sponsor the stream. It's a snack
Foods
pack.
and drugs.
Well, I mean now.
You know, apples, LSD, they're all in the same
Cheese
boat.
it.
Category.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that we divide answers up into or questions up into two sections. Things that have a yes or no or a name, and things that are like, what the fuck is going on here and require an explanation. And we ask as many of the yes or no or name answers as possible before switching over to the more complicated stuff. So like, who is Callisto Brox's leader? What is the name of the night elf lady? Etc. Right? Like who
The
like
night elf lady?
or isn't there a night
the
elf?
person oh,
Yeah.
We do have
I just don't
So,
remember. What you're talking
At
about,
least there
sorry.
is a night elf lady, right?
Night elf, like a
Like a
drow
drow?
person. Who?
Elf
Oh,
here.
the woman that,
I'm
the woman
sorry.
that fucked over Rauka, or
Yeah,
not-
we knew about her because she was connected to the Knolls. That's the connection that we know.
we
of.
also
Mhm.
met her in that alleyway.
Did y'all tell us about that though?
Well,
That
I
was a
also
while ago.
overheard maybe EO talking to Crofer, asking about Arhana. Arhana wanted an update on Lukash. So that is probably the name of the Elfier woman.
I'm
if we
happy with that assumption.
I did give you information last time that Arhana is known to you as a drow name, not an Alfir name.
okay,
Does
drow
not
name.
match how EO talks about other Alfir using kind of lady so and so or lord so and
Mm,
so patterns. Plus, Arhana is kind of a known common drow name, so you don't have reason. You don't know who Arhana is. You don't have reason to believe that Arhana is.
So yeah, I think it's good to ask
The elf here.
who's the Elfier person paying Callisto Prox to do his shit.
I think it would be a follow-up question to that, but once we have the name, I would. I think now this is a question that might deplete the answer pool a bit, but it would be why are they um, seeking to? We're assuming either summon a demon or extend their life, given the amount of um, demonic incursions and shit like that. Like asking a question that might link them um to not just the, well, we know that they're dying, whoever they are, and um they need some way of extending their life. That's why I'm assuming they need the hearts, but I'm wondering if there's anything more to that because we've seen so much demonic activity.
Do we
Um,
know like how extensive the knowledge is that we can ask of this question? Like, could we ask like what is the name of the next person that we should talk to if our goal is to like infiltrate?
sounds extremely abstract.
Well, exactly, right? But like how
who is
abstract
our
can we
next
get?
quest giver?
Yeah, like how abstract. I mean, it's the heart, right?
Um, Here's what I'll say. You know that you're not supposed to ask questions about how it works to Theron, and recall that last time Alvi did immediately start asking questions about how it worked, and Saren got real mad real fast. That is
Yeah.
a stretch.
I'm gonna
Upset,
look at I was gonna say I'm gonna look at
but
Saren and oh yeah,
I will
continue.
say also that what you would, as just kind of people in the situation, deduce is that, as Sarah has pointed out, Saren does not seem to follow time the same way. And you all know this because this, there is a journal with Alvi's recollections written in them, as well as Saren's from a timeline that does not match. So, insofar as time might be wonky, a question about the future or the past may not be entirely out of the realm of possible. You could try asking Saren to see if Saren can give you any additional information, but I would think that much you all would probably be able to deduce or know based on having, 5 minutes ago seen Saren's journal and kind of had this talk about time with them.
Can
I'll
I look at
chew so.
Saren
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and just say, is it possible to get more answer water material, or is that a
Oh no.
Ugh. Um Oh
That's
man,
an
roll
Alvi. She was
roll
gonna jump in and be
a
like, "That's an
luck,
Alvi question,
but
not
roll a
a."
luck
that's not a
die.
question for this.
Roll a d10 just for luck.
Everybody just jumps in. That's just Alfie asking you. Please don't use that. Okay, hold on, let me open this.
Earmuffs over the crystal ball.
Chew so badly wants
Um
to ask like, "What should my next concerts
An
theme
8.
be?"
yeah, so as Saren like leans forward to start divining this, whoever jumps in and says that's an Elvi question, Saren kind of reels back in time and just kind of gives you a dirty look and is like, not if you keep that shit up.
Mm.
He's just gonna back away with her hands up and not ask the questions. And be like, maybe somebody else asks the questions, and I can just pipe in if I have thoughts. I might
Well,
get carried
I
away
will
with too many
say,
questions.
having gone through the recap, it is just about time to take a break anyway. So now, yeah, just in time for Tyler to have sat down and gotten into the headspace for the game. It's time to take a break. So let's take a break. Y'all can think or type or talk to each other if you want during the break. As you all, manage your liquids and do whatever you need to do, to think about some questions, and when we come back, you can resume perhaps with any ideas you have. Shower thoughts style, if anyone wants,
You have
jump in
time to
the
shower?
yeah, take a shower real quick. Rachel, I can smell you from here. um, so yeah, let's take a 10-minute break. Get some snacks, get some water, or take care of your business, whatever it is you have to do. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, which will be 8 10-ish mountain time, so that's what 10
10
10-ish
10.
Eastern time. And anything else before we go?
It's now half of us.
I know.
That's now half of us.
It is.
Oh, it's true.
More.
Wait, wait,
Oh,
wait,
no,
wait.
more than
Over
it's
half.
four
It's
of you.
Way,
almost.
way over half. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
four
Yeah,
of
it's
us
just
now.
Elise and I now on Mountain
As
Time.
the GM, I am going to continue using Mountain Time, and the rest of you can deal with that. So, all right, I will see you all in 10 minutes. Thanks, friends. We'll be
Woo!
back in 10.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it's me again. Thanks for taking your time with us. It sure was a 15-minute break, wasn't it?
It
As
usually is.
often happens.
We
We
do
were
that
back
so
on
that
time,
people
and
who
then we
have
just
like,
talked about
yeah.
cats. And as you can see, Ava has become a shark, so it's now Shark Cam hour on on Spire. Also, hey, if you were part of the raid and you're still here, we're so glad you're here. Thank you, Chelsea, for letting us know that my audio is no. But yeah, we're super super glad you're here. Sorry that it literally was. We were like, we're going to break, bye, and then I hear as we're all turning off our cameras, Sam goes, "Someone's raiding us." So thank you for being here if you still are. We are glad that you are with us. Yes. Hey, if someone hit that exclamation point donate. Don't forget you can donate to the Trevor Project this month or any month, but it is Pride Month, so it's an especially great time to do that. That's the cause that we at Helpful Goat are, thanks Ava, highlighting this month. So okay, we were recapping the whole campaign because the players have an unknown amount of answer juice in a cup that they are going to ask somebody, a curious person, to pour into a crystal ball. And what questions players would like to ask Sarah?
Okay, we have what's the name of the Aelfir? We have who is employing Callisto Brox. I don't think that we can ask those two together because if like, what if she sent somebody else to employ him, like a minion or something, right? So like, or the night elf or the drow, whatever. So I think those have to be separate. Then we have Tyler's question, which is a longer question of why are they doing this basically? Or like what's up with like all the demon stuff?
Yeah, and I had like something to maybe help clarify that a bit, which is it's a pretty simple question, I think. Who is the root cause of the demonic activity?
Demons.
Oh,
I
well, yeah. If the crystal ball is a dick, we might
Yeah, is
just
it
get
going to be like a
demons.
genie dick
Monkey
asshole
paw.
that's just like, well, I
Alright.
technically answered your question.
Okay, then so we have those questions. Those are actually good questions. I think the root cause one is also a name, so that should be one that we ask before we ask for like an explanation of why. And then and then
because it would be good to know if some of these are the same person too.
yeah, because then we can just kill one person, boom, campaign done. Problem solved.
There you go.
It's always
Elisa's
worked for us
smile at that.
before.
I I don't.
Um okay. Okay. Chu really badly wants to ask about her concert and her career, but she's gonna hold back.
Oh fuck! I
N-
forgot. I'm fucking waxy.
You're waxy.
Oh yeah,
My
you're
my
cute
my
over
wristbone.
there.
so so so
Wow. Okay.
I do have a question.
How many people did I kill?
And I'll ask this in person to uh excuse me to Saren. Um so Salin of
Make sure
this
that this is a question that Sarah doesn't ask the crystal ball because that was a mistake that I just made. So you want to make sure
yes
that this is a.
yeah Salin. There's my pentagram snap for those of us at home. Um uh does this crystal ball answer questions of all time, of the future, of the past, of the present, or just in the past?
Oh my God, it's how I just uh
We're not supposed
when
to ask how it works.
when you ask how it works, it's like when somebody takes an egg and smashes it against the wall, and then the wall comes alive, and the egg smacks you in the face. You know, very common occurrence.
I
We've
know
Mhm.
the
all
feeling.
experienced. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Yep. That's what happens. So if you
She was nodding her head and
if
like,
you
yeah.
could just adhere, I believe Alvi told me that she would write the rules, and I can't look at them. And like Saren digs in her pack again, pulls out the journal, and like slams it on the table, and is like, I can't look at them, but you can. And I think one of them is something about this, because again, the egg and the wall and my brain. Okay, and then just
Okay,
kind of
okay. I understand. Do we think it might be I don't know,
You can't say
useful
you
for
understand and then start asking more questions about it to them.
No, this is to everyone, not selling.
I don't
Do
want
we
their brain to be egg. They seem nice.
would it be useful for
I
us
blush.
to ask, who has the most to gain, or um who is the next target?
Well, I think we know the next or one of the next targets is
Lukash?
our
Lukash.
good friend Lukash, who has been driven mad by the chair deaths near them.
Fully preventable.
Okay, well,
Don't we
maybe. Oh, sorry, Dean.
ask one of the questions first and see what happens?
Good plan.
Okay, selling. This is for the board. Um, who is Callisto Brox's employer?
Please have Saren ask the crystal ball in your accent. I want it to be like Elise doing Edic's
Doing
accent.
Saren doing
Saren doing Edic. Be like, oh,
I am not adept enough at any accent or voice work to do that. No, so you see Saren kind of, oh my gosh, I have these notes somewhere. Look at them. Instead of just making things. As you may recall, Saren, their face is kind of weathered, and in their own kind of home space that they're in, they've taken off now their kind of big hat that has obscured a lot of their face. And you see them kind of like brush a lot of this like very coarse, wiry hair kind of back out of their face. And for the first time, like have fully revealed kind of themselves to you. And their eyes, you may also recall, you did notice this before, it's kind of like a crimsony color. It's not disturbing like it looks like blood crimson. It's more of a like kind of purplish royal color crimson. um and you see they lean in close to the crystal ball, and upon noticing that nobody else is leaning in close to the crystal ball, they kind of sit up and look around at you all and like, well, and like pull, like reach over and very nicely and gently kind of pull Alvy's head in, and then like gesture for the rest of you to like put your heads in. And once everybody leans in, does everybody lean in?
Oh
the
yeah.
shark. Imagine the shark leaning
The
in.
shark leans
right
in.
now, so.
Okay, I was just curious, like I wasn't sure if like Waxy was gonna be like, oh no, I might kill my friends. I don't know what.
Um, Waxy's gonna lean in.
Okay.
He's following Saren's lead here.
Okay. Then as you're all kind of like looking together now into the crystal ball, just inches, your faces like very close to one another, shoulders kind of brushing each other. You kind of have formed this ring, and you see Saren's kind of crimson eyes reflected through the crystal ball in a way that like makes it look like she is looking at all of you now, and through the crystal ball. So all of you feel like you are making eye contact with Saren. And you hear her kind of mumbling some things, but you're kind of it feels like you're kind of in a trance yourselves in a way that like whatever noises Saren is making, whatever sounds they are saying, are kind of lost to you, in one ear out the other kind of thing. Like when they say the words, you're like, yes, those are words that I know. But when you try to recall the words, immediately they're gone to you. And instead, you're just kind of like overwhelmed with this sensation of like the visual and kind of entrancing feel of the crystal ball. And after a moment, the crimson color like overtakes the entirety of the crystal ball. And you hear whispered back from the crystal ball. Do you make sure that I say the correct thing before I answer this? You hear a name whispered back to you. And from the crystal ball kind of into your heads, and this does stick through your ears like words that you can hear, and understand and recall. You hear Juasha rhyme cracks beneath.
And this was for who hired Callisto
Who is
Brock?
Callisto Brox's?
We haven't heard that word before, have we?
No,
That word, that name.
The
you have
name.
not heard this name before. I can put it in chat so y'all can see it
It's
spelled out.
Juasha
Can you say it
Rhyme
again, too?
Cracks. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Juasha rhyme cracks beneath.
Rhyme. Okay. Not Rhine.
What kind of rhyme?
Country of origin?
It's in
Spelling
it's
bee
in
jokes.
chat,
Wow,
Twitch chat.
Sarah.
So you can see it spelled. Everyone can see.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, I
Juasha rhyme
love
cracks
spelling
beneath
bee.
does employ Callisto Brox.
Should have seen my spelling of that before you put it out. It's pretty good.
Okay. I
It's
spelt
just like
it
a fucked up Joshua.
Giu Asha, so that was interesting.
Very Italian of you.
Yeah.
Did
I
it
have an
very
apostrophe in
phonetically.
there.
Oh, nice, nice.
Um,
I'm just
Does
reading it as
this
Joshua now.
this
that I see it.
name? I mean, this is definitely an Elfier name, but does this name mean anything to any of us?
Let me see. Do any of you have any history with blood witches?
Technically,
Oh,
technically, demonology and blood witches are like related.
Somewhat.
Technically, I
So
But do
despise them,
you
don't they? Aren't I super anti
I'm
blood
asking,
witch?
do you know blood witches? Is anything in your backstory related to, and then I was captured by them, or I lived with them for many
So
years, kind of thing?
someone got on
so
Kelby.
so Kelvy.
So
No,
Kelvy, the character
so
from the
Kelvy.
previous
He's
campaign,
still he
who was
could still be
probably
out there.
dead, fully a bug.
Would that have anything to do with my background in like when I became a deep apiarist, like learning about a lot of things about blood witches just to know how terrible they were?
It would
If you
not.
say no, it's fine. I
No,
just
it would not achieve the same function. You might know things about blood witches, but it's not like you know a group of blood witches, right? More of like through the deep apiary, you have been told things about them.
I would say that because of my demonologist background, there's a high likelihood that I have encountered them. Uh, I don't, and to what ends, I would leave that up to you.
Okay. You may make a luck roll.
Okay. A D10 or D12?
D10.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you honestly, Edic wouldn't even have a reason to start connecting blood witches, right? That is over the table GM to you all to see if this would work, as a way to However, whoever is proficient in occult,
Me.
um,
Me too.
Me
waxy.
too.
Okay,
Yep.
if you
I
are
am too.
proficient in
Too.
occult, and if you have like Edik, I think you have like a permanent knack in like demonology related things, right?
Yes. Yeah. I have my permanent knack is occult magics dealing with demons.
Okay, here's what I will say. Edik, you may make an actual roll where if you fail, you will take stress
Okay.
because you would be delving into, you're like, maybe this has something to do with, and you're actually delving into your kind of like deep knowledge of, right, attempting to get an answer here, as opposed to kind of luck of, have I heard of this name before?
Okay. All right. So what I'm rolling occult
Occult.
and my knack
Yep. So you would get your base
3
D10, occult, and your knack. And this would be probably
investigate.
let's yeah, but I mean you can't get an additional. So are you proficient in investigation?
Yes.
Okay, so you can roll 4
So,
D10.
okay.
And this will be at difficulty 1 because you are kind of pulling something out of the air here.
I mean, I'll take a success
Yeah,
at
so
stress.
all of those are successes.
Ow.
Yeah, but a 7 is a success at a cost, so you do take stress.
And
I
this will
almost rolled a
definitely be to
D10 for your
mind.
stress. That's not right. It's been a minute
Ugh.
since we've played. Yeah, 1. You
Yes.
take 1 stress to mind.
Okay. All right. So I'm at 2 stress to mind now.
Okay, so I'll roll Fallout to remind everyone of the rules. We roll Fallout whenever a character adds to their total amount of stress. When you roll Fallout, it's a D10. If the number on the D10 is lower than the total number of stress that the character has, they take a consequence. So Edik is at 2, which means I must roll a 1 on this D10 for Edik to take Fallout. So pretty safe roll. Just to jinx it. Okay, that's a 3. You're safe. No stress. And here's what I'll say is you don't necessarily know uh much about Joasha, but what you do know is that where you can connect this is that you've heard Byron talking about another demon named the Fourth Sister. And in doing so, you have heard Byron referencing the Fourth Sister being um, a uh, dangerous demon for people to be dealing with, and kind of muttering about like these idiots talking to the Fourth Sister. And you've never really cared to, Byron talks a lot about things that happen on the demonic plane, but you're kind of piecing together from this that perhaps, um, as you're sitting here like racking your brain for any reason, right, that you might remember something about Juasha, that perhaps what Byron was saying was that there is this Alfir who has been trying to talk to the Fourth Sister.
Hmm.
And we're have trying to talk to them more often, successfully talking to them at all.
That's all that you know right now.
Okay. I hope someone else was taking notes for this because my pen started running out of ink and I don't know how legible my notes are going to be. Um God damn it.
Don't read chat, Sam.
Okay. All right. Um uh
That image is going to be in your head now.
yeah, let's not talk about it right now.
Man, sorry.
Meh. Yeah. You guys are gonna see like Edic just kind of like banging his head, trying to figure out like where he has heard this name and like what context, like what is there anything he could pull from this? And then he's like, oh, damn it! If only If only Byron were here, you would have all the answers. You always has the answers. And then I'll go on to explain that there is an elf here who has been trying to communicate with the fourth sister, which is one of the demons, who is not necessarily someone you want to be communing with. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I
Second
do want to
question?
say that the Discord bot auto-modded the word tiny.
Oh, no.
Who programmed this?
Anyway. Okay, this is very interesting. Yes, when we go back, I have resolved to speak with Byron, which I would do anyway. But you know.
No? Do we want to know if this person is the same person that's also choking on Turkish delight? It's fine. If this
I
person
don't
is
believe they are choking on Turkish delight right now. I do not
I
think
don't
so.
know. If this person is the same person that's trying to have eternal life or elongate their life, or do we automatically know it's the same person? Do we want to find out if it's a different person, or if it is the same person? Is that valuable to take from our answer juice? Okay then. I think it's
By all
very reasonable to
means.
ask. I think that Chu had a good point that we don't actually know that they're the same person. So it could, even though we only have limited amount of juice, that maybe we could use the juice for this. Because if the answer is the same name, it's not that much juice, right? How much juice goes down? Can we see the amount of juice? Is there a difference in the crystal ball that we can tell?
Egg!
Remember,
Egg on the
do not
wall!
ask about how it works, right? No.
Forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to scramble your egg.
Saren waggles their eyebrows at you a little bit.
Albie looks over at Chu and looks back at Saren.
Yeah, go with it. Go with it. Here, and I'll pull out like a makeup kit and like paint wiggly eyebrows on Alvy. There you go.
Just look like this the whole time now.
Saren's like, finally something that makes sense.
Got you.
What?
Okay.
So the question we want to ask is, what is the name of the person involved here that wants to elongate their life?
Yes, I like this question.
Let's do that, Saren. And I snap my fingers at her and look real cool.
with your
With my
permanently.
finger guns, with my eyebrows like this. Like,
Don't
Okay.
we all want to elongate our lives?
I mean, you don't want to elongate everybody's lives, Waxy, apparently.
I shorten them, but that's different.
Tyler, I think you can pull it down slightly.
Here, I'm fine though.
I've been overly cautious. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Okay.
where it is now is perfect. It's
Okay,
perfect.
great.
Saren pulls you all in and says, okay, the question is, who's the person who wants to what? Okay, we're just gonna.
Who's the person who wants to what?
I vote
What was
Din.
your question
Summon the
again, Alvy?
What? I asked the question. Is that not enough?
Ask it again.
No, you have
Oh!
to put your hands on the orb, I think.
Well, yeah.
And
Well, as everyone's kind
Oh,
of leaned in,
great
like
crystal
Saren's looking to you
ball
for.
of
yeah,
magic.
No, you don't
do the
I
have. I
bees.
do the. I do the.
I would like to no.
Do the
I'll do
bees,
the
and
chanting.
you
I
have
just
to
need
say
the
what
phrasing of the
is.
question.
You have to say "show me." That's what it is. You have to say "show
No, no,
me,"
no.
and then the
Don't
question.
shoot, please. Just
Show
take a
me.
second.
Like
Oh my
yeah, and
god.
then it'll show up on the board.
Oh my god. Okay.
Show me the beast.
Show me the bees.
She's show me the beast and no.
No, okay. So, what is the name of the elf here that is involved in all this that wants to elongate their life?
Okay. And all of you like once again are kind of pulled into this kind of trance situation. Yes, exactly like this. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. And yeah, and you see again the crimson kind of like filling up and you hear the chanting happening. This is very good. I appreciate all of you for this is the content that people that people tune in every week for. Proud of you. I'm proud of you
Look
all.
into your soul.
Someone take a screen cap of this and the new Spire. I'm just gonna sit here adoring all of you for a minute. I love you. Okay, and as the everything kind of swirls around again, you hear the chanting coming through, and the crimson kind of like takes over, and you once again hear the same name repeated to you, Joasha Rhyme Cracks.
Looks
Was
like
the
we've
same person. That's not a question for the ball. That was just a
I
statement
didn't
of
hear
fact.
it.
So
Oh,
I didn't go up at the end. Okay, great. That's fine. Good.
Not an interrogative.
Well,
Yes.
we never want to prevent you from going up at the end.
That's
is
very
it
kind of
9:30
you.
yet? Is it?
And 42.
I realize that every time I talk, it sometimes sounds like I'm asking a question, even when I'm not asking a question, just because I'm very excited about all the things that I talk.
Oh God.
We wanted to ask another question about a name. What was the name we wanted to ask? Chu, what was the name we wanted to ask? Do you remember the name we wanted to ask? was the third
Yes. The who was
This was the
employing
Ivy.
what's his face?
No, we
Already
got
asked
that.
that one.
That was the first.
Yeah, obviously. Then it
And then
was we asked
who's the
about
person elongating the
the
life?
lady. Did we ask about the drow?
No.
And
Nope.
did we ask like where I should have my next concert and what the theme should be?
Oh, very important.
Should we
Um,
ask something about the fourth sister, or do you think that Edic will ask Byron?
Who
I
Ask in
think
character,
Edic's
in
gonna.
character, in character. I want,
Yeah.
please. And Sarah's like, and
Speak.
now I'll never speak again. No,
Don't remember my accent, and I haven't practiced it.
It's very Irish.
kind of,
thought it was
low key
Scottish.
Irishish.
Oh, I'm bad at accents, so I don't even know. I could punch you in the throat, and then you would
Sarah, you
sound
can't just
funny.
not
Yeah,
say
like that.
anything this whole session in character. You can.
Okay.
I don't know.
What I'm gonna say in character is, oh, isn't this interesting? In heart, my voice is different. So should we ask about the fourth sister, or Edic, do you think that Byron would give you that information?
Edic's
Are
gonna
you
give you
feeling
a
okay,
glance.
or?
I don't know what's going on. I think it might be goat withdrawal. I'm very far from goats.
Oh, I
and
have
they're
Aurelia,
important.
right? Oh, I didn't bring her with me. Damn it.
Is that the mummified
Again.
goat?
Yeah.
Dean, it's okay. I will absolutely speak to Byron about the first sister. I had a question, but this has escaped my brain.
What was the name we got for the last question? Sorry,
The
I had
same
to-
name.
Same name.
Same. Oh, good,
Yeah.
good stuff. Good.
Yep, same
great.
person.
Do we think this might be a bit on the abstract, but maybe we ask what would happen if Joshua Rhyme cracks beneath is successful? What is the consequence?
What?
What?
I didn't hear the part from before. What is the consequence?
That's true.
If Josh Joasha
I know. I
is
want to call her Joshua.
successful, is if Joasha is successful, what is the consequence? What
We'll go.
is it just the life extension, or is it more extreme?
Well, speaking as
I don't know. But Tyler's the
Anders
GM now.
Tolkien. Aw, dang it.
Oh,
Sorry. I pulled
I'm
the
gonna
dog
give
out
you
of
all
my
the
It's
room.
too late. It's too
information.
late.
Waxy has all the. Damn it.
Because
I mean, the other
if it just ends with Elfie living forever,
my
who
only
cares, right?
my only concern is that it's not a short nor simple question, and that's in the rules that I wrote down. That it must be short and simple.
well, that we prefer short and simple.
I mean, the rules are the rules. I don't know my preference.
Here's
I
the
mean,
deal,
I
though,
wrote these in the future somehow. So
is that the
somehow,
outcome of
sometime.
a situation can be really wide scaled, because even if you think like, oh, it might just be like one person gets, immortality, it could be like they stepped on an ant and like this person died and this person died and this person gets promoted, right? So it could be like this really wide ripple. This is Chu apparently being logical. Like, it's like a concert, right? You want to keep your questions easy.
Yeah.
True, what kinds of concerts are you going to?
Look,
Was that your question? This goes so much faster when it's just Alfie, to be honest. What kind of questions is okay? Everybody lean in.
Ooh.
here's
No,
a
no,
here's
no,
a
no,
question.
no, no.
Here's a question for
Waxy
you.
has a good question.
No,
Waxy has,
Waxy.
What?
Waxy
No.
has a good question.
Does
No,
Waxy always talk
Just
Waxy.
about
hear
himself
Waxy
in
out.
third
You ask.
person?
We
Yeah.
don't know. Waxy just kind of appeared
I'm.
when you
We
did.
we
I've
should
always
ask
been here.
Of course,
about
Waxy.
why. Like, what's the motivation behind
Or we
the
can
demonic
ask
activity?
who wants to kill the person we're trying to stop.
That would be us?
Oh, to find an ally?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe who outside of the Church of Night? Is that who we are? It's been so long.
The ministry.
The
Ministry.
ministry?
The
Yeah, who
ministry.
outside of the ministry would like to kill
Juasha?
Chuasha?
Josh.
And then we go find them and we put them against her. Or them.
Who will be
Whoever.
a stabbing buddy?
I like you. You're beginning to grow on me, pal.
I like me too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say this is not useful information, but I'm well versed in the frivolities of the Elfield. They're always vying for power over each
Mhm.
other. This would mean that we would have to figure out a way to ally ourselves with another Elfia.
Or I could just tell another cult down here to go and, go up Spire and kill.
That's true.
Kill for the last train.
So what are we asking?
I like this question. Like who can we ally ourselves with? Who is Juasha's biggest enemy besides us?
I'm okay with this. I would also offer a rephrasing of my previous question. Maybe what is the worst outcome? So a simple one consequence, but the worst consequence if Juasha is successful.
We all die.
We get the third sister to kill the fourth.
No,
Mm.
these stars do not have animosity towards each other. They are just demons.
I really like that this is leaned into Yoda.
Yeah, that's what I was. It was very Yoda-y.
Sorry.
Yep. We're here now. It's fine.
I think maybe ask the question about enemy, and then we can ask the question about the consequence. Because I don't know how much answer juice we have.
And if we have extra, then I've got dibs on concert questions.
Okay, so what's the question?
Where do I host my next concert, and where would be the most successful
Who
spot?
is Juasha's greatest enemy other than us?
I guess also that
Okay.
one, yeah.
The group of you lean in, and once again, the same process occurs. And yes, very good, very good. Proud of you. As you're all kind of taken over by this kind of trance with the crimson. It's very funny because I have my Discord like next to my stream view, and so I just have all of your faces like doubly, just like full on in my yeah. The answer comes to you once again, kind of through the crystal ball, and you hear the words Marguerite Molly Duval.
Good name. That's a strong name.
Not a pipe.
And I
Three
will
different people.
put this in. I'll put it in the chat again so y'all can see how it's spelled. And this time, Edic, Alvi, go ahead and make a luck roll on this one for me.
What did I do?
You're dying.
You're not dying.
Is that a D10?
Just a D10. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. The both of you.
There it is.
Kind of. This is alarming and not exciting news for you that your potential ally is Molly Duval, because Molly Duval is an extremely powerful blood witch that nobody particularly wants to be allied with, but apparently has some sort of enmity with Yuasha.
Well, we can't ally with her because she's a
Enemy.
blood witch and they're dirty, filthy.
Oh God.
I could throw a party with her.
If I see her, I have to kill her.
Does she like
Wait.
parties?
I must release the bees if I see her.
Yep.
My eyebrows are still up.
And yes, Lena,
Lexi.
that is Marguerite, the NPC, beloved NPC from season 1.
Oh God.
Wait, what?
No, different NPCs.
Yeah, this
different
is
NPCs.
this is
Marguerite.
Marguerite.
Oh.
That was
Not
Marguerite.
Marguerite.
Oh.
So it's not the
Okay.
same.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's not,
oh
it's,
wow,
it's not
damn.
the spider
I'm
Got
saying-
an
she said-
upgrade.
Marguerite is a different person
Yes.
than the one who took care of the cracks. And I said, yes, that was Marguerite.
Okay, I missed the first
I
part.
thought you
Yes.
said
I can imagine why that would be
I heard
alarming, the way that I
Wow,
answered that
things
question.
have changed since the last campaign.
Yeah, Marguerite has become a blood witch of great renown.
So now we know 2 people that we need to kill. Great.
Albie's hit list just got longer.
Well,
We're all acting
Blood
crazy.
witches
down
are
here.
horrible. They're terrible. They're the demise of Spire, and we need to absolutely get rid of them at all costs. So glad we're all on the same page.
What if we use the blood witch to kill the other one, and then we just, then we kill the blood witch when they're tired after the fight,
Would that involve me being near a blood witch for any period of time?
Maybe.
Define near.
Near enough to need to
Partying.
release the bees.
Like in a party with them.
The other side of the concert hall.
Yes.
Question: would a blood witch find it useful to have like a lot of bodies?
Oh,
Do they
almost definitely.
So what if we make like a trade? We don't have to be allies, but I mean, I can throw a party, everyone dies, and it's for her, and then we make like an even exchange, and maybe she kills someone for us. Or
I
gives
would
us a way
I
to
would
kill
be
someone.
friends with a blood witch. That sounds fun.
Yeah, but I don't. It just seems like I don't think she wants to be friends.
I mean, I bet they've killed almost as many people as me. It's fine.
That
Okay.
makes
Sure,
sense.
sure, Waxy.
So I think we can deliberate on this later, but why don't we ask about the consequence? No.
Mm, yeah.
Ask
Okay.
your question.
Okay, Saline, what would be the worst outcome of Joasha successfully extending their life?
You all lean in. And except for Alvy, I guess. Thank you for
I-
making the magic happen.
I was looking at the screenshot that Matt posted of us all leaning in, and I was distracted.
Okay. The crystal ball fills with crimson. You hear the whispers resonating once again, going through one ear, out the other. You can't hold on to the words being spoken by Saren. And this time, the answer does not come to you as kind of a whispered response from the crystal ball. This time, the crimson clears, and you are seeing as if you are in a sky wheel that has pulled away from the actual tower of the spire. You are seeing an aerial view, distant a bit now, the whole of the spire. And you see cracks form about a third of the way down the spire, kind of at an angle, splintering into the spire. You see the whole thing, the top of it, start to slide off of its own base before something that, if any, who perhaps Edic would recognize.
This is like a category 10 demonic incursion.
It is like that, Edic. It's not just like that in a casual way, but in like, you remember when Rauka um went into his true form and you could not look at Rauka without taking damage. You could not witness what was happening because it was so otherworldly that your brain started to melt and break around the thing happening in front of you. You see all of the top of Spire begin to be wrapped in that same energy, and the lot of you will take
Oh boy.
Oh, rude. Crystal ball's not
6.
supposed to hurt.
Oh my.
Excuse me,
I
what?
rolled a 6 on
Reese,
it.
we're all going to
said-
die.
I rolled a 6
We're
on
all
Oh.
gonna die.
You didn't
Wait,
tell us
Elise,
this was
Elise,
dangerous.
what kind of
please?
stress is it?
It's mind stress.
I
It's
don't
because
have to
it's-
take it. Someone's
You're
gonna
gonna give it
take
to-
12 mind stress.
You'll kill them if
Oh.
you do.
That will literally
is it
kill
an-
someone.
That will literally kill somebody.
I'm
an
at 4
option?
already. I'll go
Yeah,
up to
but 12
10.
actually kill us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10 will also possibly actually
Actor.
kill. Well, do you have
Yeah.
any? Okay, it's mind stress.
I don't.
What are we doing on mind stress here, little buddy? What are we looking at? Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'm at a.
Well,
That's
now
sick.
I'm at 8 mind stress.
I have 5 open resistance to it. So
I have
Four.
1 resistance, so I would take 5. So I'd end up at 9.
Okay.
I'm at.
if I took
I
all of the double, I would end up at 8.
Guys, if we have like a team party wipe here, I'm
Because
really
of a
sorry.
6 on this d6.
I'm at a 6. For my stress. Total.
Okay.
is that after or before?
That is after.
I wish I had.
Okay, I'm
a
still trying to
goddamn
decide
pencil.
whether or not I let this slide off. Can I let it slide off onto Saren? Would that be a bad move?
What is the phrasing of the?
Your
ability?
mind is crystal, shining and pure. Madness rolls off you and onto others. Once per situation, when you take stress to mind, a different nearby character chosen by the GM takes it instead.
Mm.
Is there a rat whose mind I can like melt?
Sven,
Oh,
you
can I
leave
kill
Sven
Sven?
alone.
Um,
I mean,
You
I'll
can.
take the stress if Chu thinks it would. Oh, God, see, this is the problem. Is I don't think Chu would give a
I
shit.
feel like
but
if two things would kill somebody.
Well,
six
yeah,
mind stress can certainly kill any of your companions, including yourself. So
Oh my
what would you do? I don't know. You can use this ability. I will tell you that most likely what we will do is we will roll for who, and Saren and
Oh no.
Mittens
Mhm.
Kristoff will be included in the roll.
I mean, look, y'all. You tell me. Do you think Chu is a selfless person? Would she take
No.
this mind stress? I mean, y'all know her just as well as I do.
Mhm.
And I think that she's on a bit of a mission and that she would not. Oh
Okay.
man, I'm gonna kill
Well,
somebody.
I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like Chu would like Chu's default reaction would be to let this go somewhere else, but
Mhm.
you never have control over where that is because the GM decides.
Right.
So,
Right.
so Elise could put that on any one of
Right.
us,
I could
or
just choose somebody, right? But I think that in this case, what I will do is I will roll.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
All right.
Y'all, I'm gonna kill
Spin that
so.
wheel,
Oh
y'all.
no!
Okay.
Why does Chu exist?
Ava, are
What is-
you doing it?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
gonna murder somebody. Oh
So
God, I'm
here's
so
what we're gonna do.
sorry.
Rachel, Alfie is 1, Edic is 2, Din is 3, Waxy is 4,
Don't judge
Saren will
me.
be 5, and the cat will be 6.
All right.
Can we put the rat in there too to cushion?
Yeah, does Sven count?
Sure,
Can
7.
Chu also be in there just in case? I don't know, man.
Nope.
No, I think she would not take it. I don't know. I just feel terrible.
oh,
2.
all right.
That's
Goodbye, everyone.
Edic.
Seven?
Okay.
Oh shit!
Is
Everybody-
dying today. Guess we're not gonna. Oh God, what is Byron gonna do?
Okay, time
Hold
out.
on. I'm gonna.
Time out.
Right.
Before everybody panics, please give me your current total stress, Rachel.
Oh, God,
After
I'm
the
gonna
fact,
vomit.
like after this happened.
Yes, after this happened, your stress is
Like
now
after
what?
we take the 6.
After you take the 6.
2. Yes, I have 5 mind resistance.
Din?
8.
2 is still at 4. And
Oh,
took none, so will
no.
not roll Fallout. Edic?
14.
No, this was dangerous. Saren
just-
didn't warn
Waxy?
us that there was a possibility we would die.
6.
Saren
6
should have
total.
known that this was gonna happen.
The rule.
This is we just witnessed a major demonic incursion, so our brains felt.
Why didn't Saren warn us this was a possibility? I thought we were just asking questions. I guess it's fitting that Edic took all of it when he asked the question.
Edic,
I
I
guess
would
there's a
like
reason he
you
has a
to
shitload of puzzle
roll
weed.
resist.
Which I don't have.
Okay, it's a D10
But did you take a knack for it?
and
No,
I
occult.
took the knack and investigate, which I didn't use.
Occult is your
Domain.
is the domain.
So 2d10.
That is correct. Okay.
Do I need a critical success to live?
You don't need a critical success to live. I will say a critical success will not hurt you in this situation.
Because I have the option of re-rolling both. I can't just re-roll one. I have to re-roll both.
Those are both.
Oh,
Do you have
no!
You got.
Do you have to take what you re-roll?
Are you gonna risk it for the biscuit?
I mean, I don't know what the outcome of this is gonna be, right? Like, your boy Edic has 14 mind stress. Remember what happened when last time around I took 6 mind stress?
Okay.
8 might be better than if you roll again and you roll like a 2 and a 3.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that you're gonna pull a friggin' Rauka and just keep
Oh,
rolling
no.
die, and it's gonna be like, oh, they've abandoned you.
Yep.
The thing is, I can do it twice. I can do it twice.
Yeah, but
I
this
could-
On the
feels like
same
a
roll?
gambler's fallacy kind of thing.
So-
to me.
Because right now you have
Right now you have a
success
success.
at no
let,
stress.
let me. But who knows what difficulty this is at?
I don't
I'm
think.
at
I think
14.
your likelihood of getting higher than an 8 is pretty fucking low.
So reality is malleable in the right hands. Mine. Gain the fixed skill once per session. Re-roll all of the dice in my pool as I reveal the events that just happened to be false. You can try this trick a second time, but you take D6 stress to mind when you do so.
No, Sam. So I don't know. I think take the 8, but that's.
I
I
also
think
think
that
take the 8.
the likelihood of you getting higher is pretty slim.
I will also say that D6 stress is significantly less than 6 stress.
But we don't know what succeeding does. We don't know what succeeding on this doesn't mean that he doesn't take this stress.
I mean,
It
I
means
would
that his
imagine
fallout
succeeding
might be
means he
different.
doesn't just
Okay,
die
all right.
instantly.
Yes.
All right, I'm taking the 8.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sam.
You see
Fuck.
in a flash as this is happening. I don't think you see anything. You what's happening over the table that none of you are aware of is happening is Theron intervened. And with your resist roll of 8,
I mean, everyone still has to take fallout.
Theron takes 6. I rolled again. I rolled another 6. Theron takes
Oh,
all 6 of the
fuck.
damage that Chu has redirected at you. I could have rolled a 1 on that. I didn't know. If you had rolled a 10, I probably would have just said, like, Theron successfully takes all 6. So you did, by luck of this roll, and Theron's
I'm really glad that you took the 8.
intervention redirects that, and you see Theron crumple.
No, Sarah's an NPC. They
fuck.
don't have a whole
And
lot of things.
Yep.
that's -6 on your stress, so you are now at not at 8.
Is that like because I started at 8 and then I took choose 6.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you take your 6?
So I had 2, then
Yeah.
I took 6, and then I took another 6
Correct.
because of 2.
So then, and Saren has diverted the 6 that Chu sent your way to herself and absorbed it herself. And you are at 8.
Oh.
We are going to roll Fallout.
For a lot of people.
Yikes.
I think
Is this going to be one roll for everybody then?
this is the question. Do we roll one D10 or do we roll each one of you a separate D10?
I say each
I think
one,
we
but
roll-
I also.
I say we go each one.
Okay.
Can we
That's
see
fine.
what you
more
roll
interesting.
first?
I can here. I'm gonna put it on maps cam so that people can see the rolls on. Let's put us on a fresh
man.
page though.
No, got beautiful
Okay.
weed crows.
Weed crows, they can try to see the rolls on the Weed Crow page, but I will have to mess with the cams.
To be fair,
I'm just not gonna mess with the cams. Tyler is currently Chew and Anders is currently Waxy, and there is sorry, Ava, but if you don't mind, I'm just gonna
it's okay.
leave it. Because we're just doing the okay, let's roll some Fallout. The first one will be for Alvi. And Alvi's current stress is 2, so I will have to roll a 1 for Alvi to take Fallout.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That's a 7. You are fine.
Hey, no fallout.
Okay, next we will roll for Din. Two, so Din does take Fallout. That will be, I believe, 8 is severe Fallout. So we'll come back to that in a second.
Wait, are we losing Din now?
We're
The
losing
next
everybody.
roll will be for Edic.
Oh,
10.
good.
Oh my god.
Edic
Shit! We need to
dodges.
rest.
No,
Can
I'm
we get a
good.
long
I'm
rest
okay.
after this?
and
You
the
still
last
have
will be
8.
for Waxy.
Don't stub your toe, Edic.
Waxy is
Good.
fine. Had 6, rolled
Which is
7.
not. That's
All
not good in the
right.
long run, y'all.
So
What about Saren's stress?
we will get to Saren in a second.
Oh, Din.
Let me open my book.
Oh, Din. No, Din.
This is a perfect ending for her though, because she didn't trust anyone anyway, and she was just starting to open up, just starting to trust people, and look where it got her.
And literally not even like anything that was her fault too. She was just chilling like, yeah, I guess we'll do this as a group.
Can Sven eat the curse that kills them?
Sven got
Uh,
rolled into the D7 roll for. Okay. Oh,
don't worry.
8 is moderate fallout, y'all. I was.
Oh, right, because
We're gonna
it's 9.
live.
It's 9. You're right. It's only 9 and 10. That's
Din's
9 and
fine.
10.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at that.
Oof.
That was terrifying.
Seriously, we need to rest. Like,
Din,
Let's go again.
you are you acquire a permanent phobia of things that are demonic.
Uh-oh.
shit.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
thank God, Ralph
Oh,
is still not
Yeah,
in
at
the
least
party.
Ralph
Oh
is not
God.
around anymore, but sorry to Eddick and
Thank
Byron.
God.
You are absolutely terrified of the vision that you saw coming to pass. You both want to do anything in your power to stop demonic incursions from being a thing, and also to never be anywhere where a demonic incursion might occur.
Tom,
You
get
may
out of Spire.
also erase, I believe, 6 stress. Let me double check.
I think it's 5 for moderate.
It is 5, thank you. Yes, 5 for moderate fallout. Thank God, I really thought that was severe fallout. I thought 8 was severe. So you can take 5 stress off. So you are back down to what? 3. And oh,
Can I run to Saren?
yeah, you run
Yeah,
to Saren.
check some vitals.
The crystal ball is cracked on the table. Saren is slumped over. Mittens Kristoff um is at Saren's side. You may recall earlier some dust falling from Saren that helped relieve some stress for you all. You see now as Mittens Kristoff circles Saren's body, these patterns of the cat's feet are in that dust, and the cat wraps its tail kind of up and around Theron's arm. And as Mittens Kristoff does this, you watch as Mittens kind of before your eyes. It's almost like watching something desiccate, but I don't think that you get the feeling that that is not permanently happening to this cat. Like, don't. I see Rachel's face, and I don't want you to think that this is permanently happening to this cat. It's like that would be the best word you might have for it right now, but it's almost more like it's turning to dust or blowing away. And as it does so, this is happening in a way where it's scattering more of these footprints across the room. And it disappears, and you feel a pulse on Saren's neck, wrist, wherever you're checking. Come back, and you see little footprints appear right over Saren's heart, and then the dust fades completely from Saren for the first time since you have seen them. They have been shedding dust nonstop, basically, since you saw them. And they are still unconscious, and their fate unknown. And I think that's where we're going to stop tonight because
Bitch!
a lot sure went down with that last question.
She was in the background, like sipping on a juice box. Like, yeah.
Start off with some puzzles, just
Yeah,
chilling.
just some nice
And
bright
then just
colors and
my
puzzles.
Everybody almost
Oh
dies.
god.
Yeah.
I get rid of that ability.
Rolling
Before we
6 on
end,
that
can I
D6
use
is
my
fun.
thing to
Yes.
buzz myself and heal my mind stress?
Yep, go for it.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Just
get
a
to
reminder, I'm still at 8.
Yeah, we should lay low after
Yes,
this.
there are
Yeah.
several people with quite a lot of stress happening.
Basically, while I'm staring at her and having this happen and not able to do anything, I'm going to have my bees do reassuring whispers. I can only
Okay.
do it once per session, so I just wanted to get it in before the session happened. I heal 2 mind stress, so I'm back down to 1 stress.
Okay. Well, oof. Great game.
What a
What an
welcome
ending.
back. We almost all died.
First session back after a while, just, we almost lost Din, we almost lost Edic. That was a clutch 6 diverted from Edic, but unfortunately all straight to Saren. Yeah, we will pick up there next time. Who knew that my plan for you to have one little session's worth of a romp down in the heart has turned into 3 sessions. We're all shocked that this is how time works in Spire. And yeah, so you can hang out with us on Discord, !Discord will get you there. We have cool merch, !merch will get you there. And highlighting causes related to Pride Month, like the Trevor Project with !Donates. So check that out there. And you can also hang out with us for Pride games. There's one tomorrow. And then next week there might be Goats of Salt Marsh on Wednesday, and then there will be more Spire on Thursday, and then there'll be Tier Montreal on Friday, and then more Pride games on Saturday. It's just gonna be a great time. I will be playing 3 days in a row, and Rachel possibly 4. No, 3.
No, I'm
Because
not
you're not
Pride
playing in the
games.
Pride games. It sounds like the Hunger Games, the Pride Games.
I mean, aren't they? No.
So
We
think
are sexy battle wizards. So
that's true. It might be like that. Yeah, thanks, Lena, for hitting all those commands. It was a great time hanging out with y'all, and as always, yep, hydrate and
Always.
take care of yourself. And I think that's it. Is there anything else, team?
I
Before we
like the
go?
point and yup. I think that's a good sign off.
Always. Yep.
Smash that like, comment, and subscribe button. Yep. We're out.
Yeah,
Bye.
and look forward to the next snack pack.
Yeah. What drugs and fruits will it be then?
Trolley,
God.
our last
Okay.
sponsor of the day.
Yeah, shout out Trolley, that
God.
back end sponsor.
Okay. Are we done?
This NPC death is brought to you by sour worms.
Okay, bye. Bye for